Hey YouTube family, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share 7 tips on how to upload your first composition onto YouTube. Tip number 1, don't write it down. When I first started composing, I would try and write all of my compositions onto my score taking app, but that took a very long amount of time to write, and therefore once I only wrote half of it, I would have already lost motivation to actually play the song and record it. But later, I decided to incorporate the Tiny Habits method by Dr. B.J. Fogg and just memorized my composition and recorded it immediately. By doing that, it removes the barrier from writing it down to recording. It skips that extra step to upload your composition. The second pro tip, which I got from Kai from Smart Money Club, was not to cut off your recordings whenever you make a mistake. At first, when I started recording my videos, I would record, press record, then I would press stop every time I made a mistake. And that was very demotivating. But what Kai recommends is to actually just keep recording even if you do make a mistake in your composition, and just edit it out later. It's quite easy to edit out a mistake when you're composing. And that way, you don't have to go through the tedious task of stopping the recording and playing again, and then that makes you so discouraged. Just keep recording continuously, even if you make a mistake. That's tip number 3. Tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to just use your phone to record. You don't need a very high-end camera to record your videos. When I first started my journey, I thought I needed a professional camera to record my videos, and therefore I would procrastinate on it for the longest time, since I didn't really have the budget for a professional camera. But once I started using just my phone's camera, I removed that barrier to uploading my first composition onto YouTube. My 4th tip is, instead of using 4K and 60 frames per second, I would recommend just using 720 pixels and 30 FPS. That way, even if you don't have a lot of space on your phone, you can record a lot more videos. And according to my violin teacher, Aria Zenzen Lee, many people in the world actually don't have access to the high-speed internet that allows you to play 4K 60 FPS videos. That's why 30 FPS 720p is so beneficial, since mostly anyone in the world, will be able to watch it regardless of their internet speed. My 5th tip is, whenever you have a song idea, you don't need to record it on the video camera. You can just record it using your voice recorder app. This saves a lot of space on your phone. When I first started recording my own motifs, I would always use my phone's video camera, and that took up a lot of space on my phone. But now I just use my phone's mic and just record it in an MP3 file. That saves a lot of space. My sixth tip is, if you're a violinist like me, you probably have no idea what kind of chords to use for your songs. Therefore, I would recommend transcribing some popular songs that you enjoy that maybe others haven't transcribed yet. And that way you learn hands-on what kind of chords people use for the different melodies. My seventh tip is, instead of using filters, I would recommend using basic lighting, like a ring light, sort of like what I'm using right now. It's very affordable and it makes your face appear a lot more professional. Of course, if you can upgrade to a professional lighting setup, that would be better, and it would avoid the annoying little ring that comes with the selfie lights. All in all, in today's video, I shared 7 tips on how to upload your first composition onto YouTube. Firstly, don't write it down. Just start recording. That removes a lot of barriers to uploading. Number 2, don't cut off your recording if you make a mistake. Just keep recording even if you do make a mistake and edit it out later. That saves a lot of tedious stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and keeps you motivated. The third tip is to use your phone's video camera rather than going out to buy a professional camera. The fourth tip is to record just using 720p 30 fps rather than 4K 60 fps, so you can save space and help the global audience to be able to watch your video regardless of what internet speed they have. My fifth tip is to record your song motifs in a voice recorder app rather than your phone's video camera. That saves a lot of space, maybe at least 100 times or 10 times of space. My sixth tip is, if you don't know what kind of chords to use for your videos, I would recommend transcribing some songs that maybe other people don't have music sheets for, and you can learn hands-on what kind of chords people might use for their songs. My seventh tip is, instead of using filters, to just use basic lighting instead, like a selfie ring light, which you can just buy from Kmart or other general purpose stores. Thank you so much for watching my video on how to upload your first composition onto YouTube. The 7 tips I recommend. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment and share and like. If you would like to see more of these videos, leave a comment down below on what kind of videos you would like me to upload next. On this channel, I upload impromptu speeches, impromptu prepared speeches, covers of other songs, my own compositions, and general tip videos like this one. Sorry, I just blanked out there. Thank you again for watching such a long video. I hope this was helpful. And I will say farewell now. That was a bit formal. Goodbye. Bye.